I was halfway through a layover when my phone vibrated with an audio message I almost didn't open. Unknown number, 23 seconds long. It began with breathing. Small, controlled, practiced. Dad, please come. I'm in Grandpa's shed. There's no food. I don't know how many days I'll survive. No crying. That's what broke me. My son had learned silence. I didn't call back. I didn't text. I didn't ask questions that could waste seconds. I dropped my bag, left the terminal, and bought the first flight home with a credit card I planned to burn later. While the plane climbed, I listened to the message again and again, mapping the pauses. He was conserving air. He was thinking. He sounded older than 9. By the time the wheels touched down, I was calm. Calm is what comes after something inside you dies. Police cars lined the gravel road to my in-laws' property. Red and blue strobed against the trees like a warning I was too late to read. I parked crooked and ran. An officer caught my shoulder. I shook him off. A woman in a dark jacket stepped forward, eyes already tired. "Mr. Nelson?" "Yes. Where's my son?" She closed her eyes before answering. That's when I knew there was a number attached to this. A count. A calculation. The boy, she said, carefully, had been in there for 11 days. Your wife knew. 11 days? I did the math without trying. Birthdays, school mornings, bedtime calls I'd missed because I trusted her voice when she said, "He's fine, he's safe, he's happy here." They showed me the shed. Not inside, just the door. The lock, the small scrape marks near the handle where a child had learned patience the hard way. Then they showed me what mattered. Her phone. Messages. Time-stamped. Clinical. He's acting out. He needs consequences. Just until he learns. Photos, too. Proof of life sent to no one but herself. A ritual. Control needs witnesses, even imaginary ones. I remembered how we met. She loved how gentle I was with my son after the divorce, how I packed lunches with notes, how I bent my schedule around school plays. She called it beautiful. She called it soft. I mistook admiration for alignment. I signed forms, answered questions, watched my son sleep in a hospital bed with an IV and dirt still under his nails. When he opened his eyes, I didn't promise him anything. Promises are loud. I just stayed. Planning began that night, quietly, precisely. I gave the police everything they asked for, and more they hadn't thought to request. I handed over bank statements that showed who paid the property taxes, emails where she described discipline in words chosen to sound reasonable. I didn't raise my voice once. Then I called a lawyer who owed me a favor from a decade ago, then a forensic accountant, then my ex-wife, his mother, who arrived like weather and didn't ask for explanations. She didn't need them. I set traps that required patience, custody filings timed to the hour, emergency injunctions, a sealed motion to freeze shared assets. I let my wife think I was broken. I let her leave voicemails full of apology-shaped excuses. I let her family circle the wagons. The execution was not loud. It was procedural. On a Friday afternoon, her parents were arrested. On a Sunday night, her access to every account disappeared. Monday morning, she walked into court expecting sympathy and found a mirror instead. Evidence displayed cleanly. The words willful neglect spoken without emotion. She looked for me. I didn't look back. The confrontation came later, private, after sentencing recommendations, after signatures dried. I didn't think it would go this far, she said, hands shaking. I nodded. I always nodded. You knew, I said. It wasn't a question. She tried to explain control as care, fear as love. I let the silence do the work. Silence has weight when it's earned. The fallout was total. She lost custody, credibility, and the carefully curated image she'd built by calling cruelty structure. Her parents pleaded ignorance. The timestamps disagreed. Truth is undefeated when it's documented. My son came home, thin, quiet, watching exits. We rebuilt slowly, with locks he could open, with food he could reach, with nights where I slept on the floor outside his door until he stopped asking if he was allowed to breathe. Now, when I think about revenge, I don't picture rage. I picture folders, timelines, judges reading facts without adjectives. I picture a boy learning that his voice summons help. I didn't destroy her. I let the truth arrive intact. 11 days taught my son how to survive. The rest of our lives will teach him he never has to again.